Something else I want to make sure you're aware of, and we mentioned this in other videos, that when you're working with, if you're an agent and you're working with investors, the rules of engagement are completely different than the way you work with owner occupants, okay? And for example, when you do your marketing, we don't like door knock and cold call and stuff like that, or postcards with investors. So just, you can try it. I mean, in commercial world, we do some cold calling, obviously, but we don't door knock and do postcards, right? We're reaching out to people directly using specifically worded letters, okay? Directly to the owners, specific owners of specific properties, right? Now, on the buyer side, when we represent buyers, we obviously want to screen them. Okay, we want to qualify them, screen them, interview them, as much as we can separate the wannabes from the actual action takers. Okay, because if you don't do that, you're going to find yourself basically being driven crazy, right? I know some of you know what I'm talking about. So a lot of you have worked with investors. You're like, I don't want to work with those guys. They drive me crazy. It's only because you haven't had the proper training. That's the reason why. Okay. So in the training, there is a process we take you through. It's literally a 12-step process, right? There's the 12 steps right there, right? So let's say, for example, someone receives your marketing, a booklet where you gave them examples of flips or examples of rentals, and they're interested. Yep, I want to do that. And you also pre-selected them based on something that we already know is an indicator that they need to or want to invest, or they just like to invest. Okay, certain markers like their vocation, their hobbies, things like that. We pre-select the audiences that we market to, right? Now, when they call you, it's not a cold lead. They're actually calling you because you gave them something that's valuable to them. You didn't give them like a postcard. You gave them actual meaningful data and inventory to look at and things like that. Okay, now when they call you, it doesn't mean you're going to want to work with them. It's great that they call you, but you still have to go through this 12-step process, this behavioral patterns of how you actually work with them. First thing you do is you want to go through, build rapport, obviously, and then you go into, once you've built rapport, you want to start asking questions. Hey, what did you like in the information that I sent you? Try to get very specific, because if you don't do that, they'll just say, I just want to make money, all right, which we all do. But we want to get very specific on what they are really interested in, flipping versus renting versus wholesaling, what have you. All right, once we've established that, now it's time to go in and start qualifying them. You want to ask them questions. What do you have in savings? What's your credit score? Do you have an available line of credit? Okay, you want to qualify them. So build rapport, right? Interview, like screening. Interview, which is what do you actually want specifically, and qualify. Now, once you get to that point, here's what I do that's really unique. I don't just say, great, I'll start sending you information. No, no, no. What I do is I say, this has been a great conversation. I think I'm going to enjoy really working with you. You seem like you're motivated and you're qualified and you're an action taker. Would you please send me an email with a recap of our conversation in your own words? This is me speaking to the client, okay? It's a commitment test. The ones that do, I work with them. The ones that don't chase them down. They're telling you based on their behavior, maybe you should be looking elsewhere for clients, okay? The ones that send the email back, I know I've got them, right? Then what I do is I send them another email and say, great, here's my agency agreement. Please return this to me tonight, and I'll set you up right away on a search for specific properties, specifically for you, specifically in the right areas, okay? Now you've got yourself a bona fide client, all right? That's how we do the process, okay? Now, once they're on board, you have to help them go through how do they actually look at the properties, which we'll do in a different video. For right now, just remember this. Interview, screen, qualify, have them do the commitment test. That's how you work with the right kind of investors, not all the other investors. All right, we'll see you on the next video. Take care. God bless.